Hey guys, it's Alex. I'm here with a book review for a book that I just finished. I just did a buddy read with Michael S. Deutsch on Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I surprisingly enjoyed this book. It's about a boy named Simon who is in the closet. He's gay and he's closeted. And he has a pen pal who goes to his school, who he's sort of dating, kind of. They don't know each other's real identities. The boy goes by Blue, and Simon gets found out for being gay and gets blackmailed by another student to help set him up with Simon's friend, or he's going to tell the whole school that Simon is gay. Which is basically the premise of the book. It's like a little bit overcomplicated at the beginning. More complicated than I felt like it needed to be. But it was a solid read. I really enjoyed it, and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It took me a while to get into. Like, the first half of the book, I wasn't enjoying it all that much. It just felt like there was a lot of characters and a lot of things going on, and it was too much, and I didn't know who people were, and it took me until halfway through to realize that Simon had two sisters, because for whatever reason, I thought he had three, and I was really confused as to what happened to the third sister. I don't know why I thought he had three, but I did, for a solid 100 pages or so. And I didn't know Nora was his sister. Like, I felt like whenever people were mentioned, I was guessing if they were a family, or a friend, or some random classmate, and it was a lot to keep up with. I would just take a guess as to who they were and hope that I was right, and sometimes I was right and sometimes I was wrong. He ran into Nora at school once, and I was really confused as to who she was, and it was just hard for the first half for me to get into it. But the second half picked up a whole lot more, and I'd figured out who everyone was for the most part, and I could follow along with their stories so much better. Like, there was still a lot going on, but I could follow it, whereas in the first half, I couldn't so much. One random thing that kind of bugged me, which wasn't that important to the story, but you didn't get all of the emails between Simon and Blue. And it was really obvious that you were only getting like a couple here and there, and you were missing parts of the conversation. And that kind of bugged me. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting the full story, and I wanted more of their emails, or more of their relationship. Like, they would reference something that had happened in, I guess, or that they talked about in the previous email, but you wouldn't get the previous email. And it took me a minute to realize she was just showing you like a couple at a time instead of showing all of them. And it was hard to get into for that reason, and I wanted to read all of them. Like, I wanted to follow their relationship, not just like bits and pieces. And the characters seemed pretty quick to anger. Like, they would get mad at each other really quickly and then sort of cool off really quickly, and just like there was a lot of forgive and forget going on. And not that it was unrealistic, because I know teenagers can get easily riled, or people in general get easily riled up about things, and then like you give them 2 days to cool off and they're like, okay, it's fine. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. I was just irritated at the time. But it happened several times, like with Leah, and with Abby, and with Nick, and with Simon, and Alice, and like, it happened with a lot of characters, and it was like, why did we have this so much build up in this big argument if it was just gonna wind up in, oh, forgive and forget, it's fine. Like, I thought about it and I've cooled down now and it's all cool. And there was a lot of that. But I did really like the characters. I especially liked that they were all real people. They weren't, like, all nice. Like, there were things they do that was like, well, that's kind of like, you're being kind of a bad friend by doing that, or that's really selfish, or like, there were those moments, but in general, they didn't irritate me. Like, Leah was a little bit, self-absorbed, and like, she would get angry really quick, and it was really easy to take her off, but she didn't irritate me for that reason, and I think that was really well written. And the relationship between Simon and Blue was really cute. Like, it was a little bit cliche, not gonna lie, and a little bit of a generic romance, but it was still cute, and it made me happy, and I don't know, the ending of this book made me happy, and when I finished it, I was in a really good mood, because I think it's just one of those good mood contemporary YA books, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did play Guess the Love Interest in this. That's my favorite game when reading young adult romance. Guess the Love Interest. And it took me longer than it usually does, like almost 100 pages to figure out who Blue was, which was really impressive because there weren't that many options. But I don't know, I thought I was quite pleased with that because I didn't get it in the first introduction to that character. And yeah, I gave this book 4 stars. I really liked it. I thought it was cute. I didn't love it as much as everyone else seems to. Like, a lot of people seem to, it's one of their favorite books. They absolutely adore it. They give it 5 stars. It wasn't that for me, but I did really like it a lot more than I had expected to, and I would recommend it if you're looking for like a cutesy contemporary YA read. It's a good one. I enjoyed it. I'm super glad I did this buddy read with Michael, and I really hope he liked it as much as I did. We'll see. I don't know anyone who really like absolutely dislikes this book. Like, I know a lot of people thought it was mediocre, and I can see that. It wasn't anything super special about it, but I enjoyed it. And let me know down below what you thought of this book. Bye, guys!